Good morning, Stefanie.
Good morning. Can I get a hot tea, please?
Welcome to Mornings on Main Street for this Thursday, the 16th of May. I'm your host, Stefanie Miller. Arts and crafts, outdoor excursions, campfire tales, and youthful accomplishments are just a few things that can happen at summer camp. This morning, we are sharing with you once again, Camp YI in Laverne. And I'd like to share that registration is still open for Camp Youth Incorporated. TriStar Northcrest Medical Center has received a low safety grade for multiple preventative practices from the Leapfrog Group, the nonprofit watchdog organization that collects and publishes data on safety and quality in the healthcare industry and ranks hospitals based on how safe they are for patients. TriStar Northcrest received a D grade for hospital safety, which makes it one of the lowest rated hospitals in Middle Tennessee. The hospital did, however, score above average in other areas. Find the information on our website by going to The Connection.
We thrive under the lights. A city of performers. Putting on one heck of a show. Headlining night after night. Welcome to Smashville.
The wild horses are coming to Franklin. The Mustang Heritage Spectacular. 4 days of celebrity freestyle, Liberty training, trick riding, and extreme Mustang makeover. Plus the shopping. Over 100 vendor spaces with clothing, food, home goods, and things you can't find anywhere else. All that and celebrity signings at a music stage too. June 20th through 23rd at Williamson County Ag Expo Park. Don't miss a moment with a weekend pass. MustangHeritageFoundation.org for tickets.
Bluegrass Auction Associates is hosting another real estate auction Saturday, June 8th at 10 a.m. in the beautiful Hickory Woods subdivision. This spacious estate offers numerous amenities, perfect for the homeowner or investor. Conveniently located in Davidson County, Tennessee at 221 Wild Grove Court. This is the sale you don't want to miss. Join Bluegrass and bid with confidence. Saturday, June 8th at 10 a.m.
This is just one of many incredible views campers get to take in when they come right here to Youth Incorporated, a camp in Laverne, Tennessee. This has been going strong since 1945. We have one of the board members to tell us all about how special this camp is. Brian Kemp, thank you so much for sharing this with us.
Well, we're glad that you came, and so we could share it with all the kids that want to enjoy the outdoors like I had the opportunity to do growing up right here.
So you came to this camp?
Oh, yes, ma'am. My parents were here working, and they met at camp. And so I've been here my whole life, and am fortunate enough now to help be one of the stewards of the property. And we have enjoyed almost 78 years of children horseback riding and wakeboarding and water skiing and a variety of different activities like arts and crafts and learning to swim and becoming certified lifeguards and so many other wonderful things that we've gotten to do for kids over the years.
So you're talking about the activities, but just what about that sense of camp itself? You come in, you get to know people or get to know other kids that you wouldn't meet otherwise.
Well, that's the beauty of it. The people that are on the board that are members now range in age from almost 90 years old down to 36 years old, and we are our legacy campers, and we all love each other, and we all remember when some of these older board members were our counselors, and we couldn't imagine being anywhere else. It's beautiful.
How many acres does this make up?
We're surrounded by Percy Priest Lake. We have 175 acres, and on 3 sides you see nothing but beautiful water like this. We have 22 cabins, 11 on the girls' side, 11 on the boys' side. a beautiful mess hall for the dining, 3 meals a day for the kids, beautiful barn activities and places for the kids to learn about safe equestrian, and so many other activities. The arts and crafts are beautiful, and climbing walls, zip lines, canoeing and kayaking. There's something for every child here.
Before we leave this area, I do of course want you to kind of share with us where we're standing right now, but before that, you split campers up into 2 groups. Tell us about those 2 groups.
Well, you know, to make it even more fun and to ensure that each child is enjoying and learning each activity and taking it seriously, we've divided them up into 2 Indian tribes, the Blackhawks and the Thunderbirds. And then they compete for points in each activity. So that, you know, makes you kind of self-police to make sure all your buddies learn to ride the horse and put the bit in the mouth and learn how to saddle and bridle and swim and do the things they're going to have to do to earn those points for their team, because at the end of camp, you don't want to be serving the other tribe dinner.
Oh, no, you don't. And at the end of this segment, we do get to meet 1 or 2 of the horses that they have here at Youth Incorporated. But before we leave this area, how special are the grounds that we're standing on?
Well, you know, just really from a standpoint of where we are in the world right now, the view speaks for itself, but this was the main channel of Stones River prior to it becoming Percy Priest Lake. So this was a very main important part of history for the indigenous tribes that lived here, as you can imagine, looking out over all of the bounty of wildlife and of the crops that they were growing and to protect their families from up here high. And we've tried to share all of those stories and all of those possibilities with the young people that come here so they can learn why outdoors are so beautiful and why it's so important that we protect them.
Why did you call this Vesper?
Well, Vespers is a name that was given way before me, but it's an area where we all gather and celebrate our most important times here at camp.
And what a wonderful time that these students are going to have. So campers kind of sit around this area?
Yeah, there are lots of different reasons this is used as a focal point of camp, but it's more our area to introduce campers to the nature that we really have to offer here that's unspoiled, that hasn't been really changed over the last 1,000 years. And that's why we have the nature trail back here that shows the different things that are in this area in the way of wildlife and geology. So we hope we inspire some people like it did me to want to be here all the time. This originally was our property out here where you see water. Over thousands of acres that used to have cattle, 20,000 head of cattle used to be right there for the owner, Mr. Dobson, I showed you in there. And when that was flooded, what was left became Youth Incorporated. He formed a foundation and dictated that it would be a camp forever. What Mr. Dobson wanted was, he realized that the world was getting smaller and that children weren't going to have the opportunity as often to be exposed to the outdoors in the way he was growing up and loved it. And he wanted as many children to understand what's available to them in the outdoors as possible. And that's been our mission. We also do sports, junior pro basketball, roller hockey out in Bellevue. We've always been dedicated to youth sports in addition to the main campus here and making sure as many kids can come and enjoy learning how to saddle and bridle a horse, learning how to kayak properly and safely, kneeboard, skiing, surfing, you name it. It's just a variety of activities, zip lining, wall climbing, archery, so many things that these kids are exposed to that they ordinarily would not be. And most of them have never done it. Sometimes they're apprehensive, but they learn to do it anyway, and they go home proud of themselves and more independent. They've learned how to take care of themselves and work as a group.
Gotcha.
And to take care of themselves in a group situation overnight without their parents.
That is great. And again, we're not going to be zip lining or anything or doing water sports today, unfortunately, but we do get to go and check out the horses that you have here at Youth Incorporated and get to maybe brush them a little bit.
Well, sure.
Is that okay?
Absolutely.
All right, let's go do that.
All right.
As Brian mentioned, they do have horses here at the camp. And let me tell you, this is Tonka. You have Buddy right behind us over here. This is their feeding time. And I was able to brush both horses. And let me tell you what, just a wonderful, peaceful experience being out here, being able to do that. What all do the campers get to take part in when it comes to your equine activities?
Well, because they're here such a short period of time, there's a limited amount of time to make sure that they understand the horse safety and responsibilities involved with riding. So the majority of the campers are learning equine safety and care.
Okay.
And then they're also learning how to mount a horse and ride tethered in the ring. However, we do have programs that they graduate to as they get older at camp. And if they achieve the 4 rings of safety, then they have an opportunity to actually take a trail ride as a 2-week camper as they get older. And people really love the horses, and they're happy when the barn is their next activity that day.
How could you not love these guys? Oh my gosh. And how could you not love camp? If you would like a chance for your little one, for your camper to come to Youth Incorporated, you can still do that. You can register them. How do parents register their kids for camp?
Well, it's easy. You simply go online to campyi.org, and you'll see a button where you can make a application and reserve a spot for your camper to come to camp this year. We start camp June 2nd, and we have weekly camp sessions all the way through July. And we would love to have your boy or girl come here and learn the same incredible joy of camp that I have.
And I just by being here, I tell you, it is a beautiful spot for any camper. I also want to highlight one more thing before we let you go. This shirt, this was actually the original design in 1945 for Youth Incorporated.
That's correct.
How did you come to find this?
Well, Louise, who's on our board, she's our senior member of our board of directors, was actually at camp the first year in Donaldson when we had Camp Y the first time. And she was a camper, and she showed me her shirt that she still has in perfect condition because she loves it so much. That's why she's still on the board. And we decided to honor her and the original campers by having this shirt reproduced last year, and we're real proud of that.
I'd say that you would have to be. And I want to ask, you know, a lot of times camp is too expensive. It can be too expensive. How do you make YI affordable for parents?
Well, you know, it's been the goal and really the mandate of Alan Dobson when he bequeathed this property and formed YI, that we made it affordable for as many children as we possibly could. And to keep the cost down, we rely on a lot of really wonderful people in our community to help us as benefactors. And we've received lots of donations, and lots of really wonderful people throughout Nashville and Middle Tennessee have made this possible.
Well, Brian, thank you so much for continuing to make this camp available to the youngsters that are out there.
Well, we're just proud to be here, and we hope you'll join up and send your child to YI this year, campyi.org.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. I'm going to get back to grooming the horses.
Hello, race fans, and welcome to Nashville Super Speedway.
That's right, guitars and fast cars right here in Music City. This summer, NASCAR is back at the Nashville Super Speedway. Get your tickets now to watch your favorite driver take on the 1.33 miles of concrete chaos. Visit NashvilleSuperspeedway.com to lock in your spot June 28th through the 30th for the Ally 400 race weekend.
Nashville Sounds Baseball is back in Hit City for the 2024 season. Spend your nights and weekends at the ballpark with weekly giveaways, fireworks shows, throwback deals, live music, and more. Top talent will take the field at First Horizon Park against the AAA Minnesota Twins, Baltimore Orioles, Atlanta Braves, St. Louis Cardinals, Cincinnati Reds, and more. Tickets start at just $10 and are available now at NashvilleSounds.com. We will see you in Hit City.
What separates us from other companies in Tennessee, that's going to be our mission to our customers, is to always improve the quality of life. That's from taking care of your pets to a friendly voice on the phone when you call, to a technician that comes out, he's competent, he's going to solve the problem for you. We're considered a full encompassing service, so we're going to take care of 50 plus different pests, and we'll always have your back.
Thanks so much for joining us. Have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you back here tomorrow.